All right, guys, Shotty T here with an Alliance War video. This is the 10th war of the season. We got 2 more left. We still got Platinum 3 within our grasp. I think we have to win the last 3 wars of the season in order to have a shot at it. I think we were 900,000 points out of the first place in Platinum 1. So we need to get on our A game, not just win wars, but win them pretty convincingly. Of course, you can't control what the opponent does, but you try your best to place the best defense you can. But you don't do it by placing 4-star defenders, and that's exactly what they put there. It's kind of strange. And then we got some rank 4, rank 3, 5 stars in paths 4 and 6 on tier 1. But this is going to be my path. We're facing Protect once again. When I looked at this path, I said, well, looks like I'm going to have to bring out Quake because it's a lot of mess in my path that the only person that can really counter all of it is Quake for the most part. So I'm just going to bring her in a lot of fights. So you're either going to love or hate this video, but I promise you'll probably love it because it's going to be some good stuff throughout. But we're going to jump right in. We're going to go with Quake, Sorcerer, and Claire. So believe it or not, they will have their uses as well, more on the back end. But we're going to start off with Quake here. First, we got a Stark Enhanced Spider-Man. So I'm not sure the purpose of this placement, but hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. We're just going to Quake this fight, keep it simple, not even worry about his evade at the end. And we get an Amber Alert. Great. So that kind of threw me off at the beginning. Luckily, it didn't happen in the middle of quaking, but it did ruin my concentration at the very beginning and took a combo right there. But the fight does get cleaner from there. So what I was trying to do is just basically get rid of the ebb and flow protect thing by knocking them down and make sure the concussion active. But I think I was supposed to drop the heavy right there, and that'll make it disappear. Like I said, it's been a while since I've quaked these wars. But if I do it there, it shouldn't come back. But like I said, it really doesn't matter as much, but just wanted to get this fight over sooner so that way you have less mistakes like you did at the beginning of the fight. But one more Quake Aftershock should do it. I probably could have dropped the heavy there and did it, but I'd just rather be safe than sorry. It's only a few more seconds. All right, there we go. So that's one Quake fight. There's gonna be a lot of Quake fights, so. All right, and this is a Mysterio. Again, mechanisms just don't want to deal with. We're gonna Quake this fight once again. Don't have to deal with this SP1 and SP2 at all. So if I wanted to really cheese this fight, I would have baited some SP2s just to hit into him to get some SP2 so I can heal myself. But it's not worth it. Not worth it. So we're just gonna Quake him down here. All right, one more Aftershock cycle should do it. And of course, he's immune to ability accuracy reduction, so just so you know. But it's not as relevant on this node. Now this next fight, it's gonna be a long shot. So like I said, I even put it in the plan. We're gonna use Quake for this fight, but there's one thing I guess I just didn't realize. I did know some things about long shots, like if he's awakened, depending on how high of a sig he has a chance to like instantly nullify your buffs. So that was a little bit of a worry in the back of my head. Like if he had a high sig, if I'm trying to do the power snack or I'm keeping that dexterity active, I don't want him to keep nullifying and gaining power himself. So I'm pretty sure usually people that place Mystic Champs on defense usually have a high level of Mystic Dispersion. I just don't want to deal with his special attacks. So that's the reason why I brought Quake once again. So, of course, Power Snack gets rid of that one. But luckily, he did not nullify that buff. So now we got the regular Quake cycle. So like any other fight. But it's going to be something that's going to happen that just throws me off completely. And we're in scramble mode, but you'll see it when it gets there. So as you can see there, I'm applying concussion just like normal. The debuff is there. So I've nothing to worry about. Standard Quake shake. I haven't Quaked a long shot very often, so had to get quickly familiar with what his second medium and his fourth light attack look like. So the chop that he does is his fourth light, and then the drop little flying kick like Liu Kang, that's kind of like his second medium. So here we go. Backup recovery. Of course, backup recovery, normally when you have a if your ability accuracy is reduced, then you just gain health. So I was just anticipating him gaining health the second half of his life, but I did not expect his power to go up. But that's one thing I just ignored about his ability accuracy, and now I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble now. I really don't even know what to do at this point. I mean, I'm doing a good job just evading his heavies. It's not that hard to evade. I'm just trying to get him to throw his SP2, but apparently that was a bad idea. So I was just screwed at this moment. I was better off just doing a 5-hit combo and doing my SP2 and hope that killed him, or hope he didn't throw an SP3 and just live the fight. Because effectively, I'm dead at this point if he throws his SP2. I did not know that, but now he has that heart. So that heart basically means if he throws an SP2, whether it hits me or not, I'm taking that damage. And so he had that flower active, but so I had to go in and see why I died, because you want to learn from your mistakes. So, and I should have known this, but apparently I had to go look at this. Well, first of all, I'm gonna revive myself here. I'm gonna finish with Quake because I think I realized what the deal was after the fact. Because obviously the whole power gain at the backup recovery just threw everything off, so he's past that phase. But you see that their long shot base ability accuracy is 300%. So even I think Quake, his concussion does 100% ability accuracy reduction. So that means he's still at 200% ability accuracy. So essentially, that backup recovery, he was still able to gain power, and it just threw me off. And I compounded the mistake by getting rid of my dexterity, because he had a high level of Mystic Dispersion combined with Power Snack, and he gained the power. And once he got to the SP2, just keep charging those heavies. That was it. I was trying to bait that SP2 because I would have been okay, but he wasn't cooperating and just kept throwing heavies in the corner. So lesson learned there. Moving forward, if we see this similar opponent on this node, we're just gonna summon someone to bring either Void, Torch, or Magic, and recommend they take off Dexterity as well. But there we go. So yep, Quake dies. That's a rarity. That's like a blue moon. That's like a lightning hitting the same place twice. So yeah, needless to say, that doesn't happen in war very much at all. So yeah, so we're pretty mad. So now we're gonna take it out on the rest of the opponents that we face for the rest of this war. So we got Nick Fury gonna apply an invulnerability boost, because this is gonna be a long fight. So sometimes long Quake fights, your finger can either get trigger happy or fatigued in some cases, but I got a big boost, so it shouldn't be too long of a fight. But just want to make sure we protect ourselves. Last thing you want to get hit by is that fourth light attack that does some very serious bleed damage. So far so good. Really, the main thing you have to pay attention to is when he gets down to the end of his first bar, is that if you have a stun on him while the aftershock is going, he's gonna immediately shrug it off. He's gonna shrug off all debuffs once he gets to his second life. That includes concussion, stun, whatever. So you just have to be ready to re-Quake once he gets to his second life if he's close to you. So, but the first life is pretty straightforward, just like any normal Quake and Shake fight. His second medium and his fourth light are pretty easy to recognize. So the second medium is that overhead gunshot right there, and then this fourth light attack is that gunshot that's coming from underneath. So you just basically center your Quake and Shake restarting off of that, especially if they do 3-hit combos mixed in. Cause the 3-hit combos are the one that can really throw you off, because you have to immediately get back into the charging a heavy attack as soon as they finish a combo, especially if they start another combo right after they finish a 3-hit combo in the corner. And that does happen at times. So that's a 4-hit light combo there. You don't see that very often. Like I said, I'm not really paying attention to how many hits. I'm just looking for the second medium and the fourth light attack. So as you see there, he shrugged off all of those debuffs. But now he's in his second life. So I just have to be extra careful not to get hit there, because now he has that Fury. That'll hurt pretty hard if I get hit. So far so good. Another 5-hit combo. 5-hit light combo. Another 5-hit light combo. 3-hit combo. 3-hit combo. As you can see, I'm slightly hesitating to Quake because those 3-hit can throw you off. 2-hit combo. 2-hit combo. Those are easy. 2-hit combo. 3-hit combo. 3-hit combo. 5-hit combo. 5-hit combo. And he just randomly throws a heavy attack. So now I gotta refocus. I don't know why he threw that heavy attack. Because normally if you hold block and they hit into your block long enough, they'll throw a heavy attack. But he just decided to just randomly throw it. So I wasn't prepared for that. But that's why I had the invulnerability boost. So we're good. I still got one more hit I can take if necessary. But we don't, unfortunately, we do not get hit anymore this fight. And there we go. All right. So next fight, we got Magneto. So once again, another Quake fight. Sorry, guys. Just got to do it sometimes. And we're still in our 6-hour boost. Now, this is kind of like a heal station in a way, because I can use the Force of Will combined with the crumbling armor to basically guarantee that I get an armor break during this fight. So just got to make sure that I don't get hit. It will be fine. And this is going to be a very quick Quake fight, because I think this is a rank 4 Magneto, because that took a lot of chip damage, took a lot of damage off of him. So 1 or 2 more Quake cycles should do it. I didn't really want this fight to end that quickly, because I wanted to heal all the way, but can't control the health pool. So I guess I could have if I didn't boost as heavy, but oh well. Such is life. All right, so next fight here, we got Punisher 99. Again, if you don't want to have to deal with his specials, just Quake or use magic. So, of course, we don't have magic here, so we're using Quake. So, once again, another Quake and Shake. So, what I'm going to do here is just point you guys out to what his second medium and stuff looks like. So, his second medium is kind of like a gunshot. And, of course, his fourth light is just like a regular punch. So right there, so that punch, so hit that gunshot right there. That's his second medium. So it's real easy to recognize that. So that's the only hit in his combo that has a gun in it. It's his second medium. So I dropped my heavy a little early there, but we continue. So 2-hit combo, 5-hit light combo. All right, 2-hit combo, easy. 4-hit combo, that's generally easy as well. The even numbered combos are pretty easy to deal with. It's the 3-hit ones that throw you off. Sometimes the 5-hit ones, but you're essentially evading the 4th and the 5th hit in one dex. So it's almost 4-hit and almost the same as 5-hit. You just have to factor in that one extra swipe, basically. But one more aftershock cycle should do it here. And he's done. All right. So how many Quake fights is that? Let's see. I think we've Quaked every fight so far. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the 7th Quake fight. All right. So yeah. Now Darkhawk, his second medium's not hard to recognize. He basically does like a little spinning swipe. That's his second medium. And I think his 4th light kind of like a dig. You'll see it. I don't know if he does it or not. I know he definitely does the spinning. So that's the second medium, that little spinning there. So I'm quaking him quite a bit when he's mid combo. So sometimes that can throw you off because they'll just finish the combo. So if they're in the middle of a 5-hit combo and you quake the first 2 and then they get stunned, then they'll just finish the rest of the 5-hit combo with 3 hits. So Darkhawk's 4th light attack is a kick, basically. Every other attack is a punch. So he's not hard to quake either. His heavy attack is hard to dex in the corner, so you have to be able to read his attacks pretty quickly. Otherwise, he'll throw a heavy in the corner. There's almost nothing you can do about it other than throw a special. But this fight is almost done. One more aftershock cycle here. All right, he's down. So after that long shot fight, we regained our focus, and like I said, 7 Quake fights. I'm all about saving those potions, man. And it might be boring, but it can save you some potions, save your units, save your money. Learn to Quake, win the game. All right, so that's the end of that fight. Now this next fight, I could have quaked that one too, but I said, hey, let's try somebody else. Give the other ladies a chance to fight. I could have gone with either Annihilus or Claire, but decided to go with Claire, and I'm not sure why I'm staying on this screen for an extra long period of time. Maybe, did I fall asleep? Highly doubt it. But I think I just got distracted with something on TV, I don't know. But I promise you I get off this screen though. All right, guys, had to cut that off there. That probably went like another 30 seconds there, so I didn't want to have that much dead space in this recording. So I just edited that out. All right, so next fight here, we got Black Widow against Annihilus. So you guys seen me fight against him multiple times on this particular node, actually, and other nodes. But ideal here, just, of course, use her Mystic Charges to nullify his rod. Internet phrases, but anyway, nullifies rod there, and we're gonna go ahead and go to the power steal phase. I don't want to have to deal with this SP2. I'd rather deal with this SP1 and just block it. And plus, I got the cushion of the crumbling armor, so I can just block that and not worry about it. I can heal back with willpower. So now we're just gonna do our little dash back light counter. He opens himself up when he comes at you. So it's pretty easy to just simply dex out the way and light counter. You can pretty much do that with anyone. So we're gonna do it once again. Dash back light counter. Nullify his rod once again. Poor guy. So just rinse and repeat this cycle. So he has 2 debuffs on him, so that's why he gained the extra power. So once again, we're gonna take the block there, heal off willpower. Didn't do the light dash back this time, not sure why. I think we just went for the intercept, just wanted to end the fight. Yep, that's what we did. Switch to incinerate mode, get that burst damage from the SB2 ball game. So yeah, so hey, you didn't see a Quake fight that time. Hey. And I probably could have used Claire for Dark Hawk as well. All right, so now we wake up the next morning. So we got a little tag team partner with us here. Not for this fight, though. We're going to use Quake. You've seen me Quake this particular node against Sasquatch before. Really, the only thing you just have to pay attention to is when he goes into Wrath, and that's at random times. It doesn't always come at a set amount of rage charges that he has. But we know that once he gets to 10, it's guaranteed. So you can't go more than 10. So, and when he has Wrath, you cannot stun him. So if you're in the middle of an aftershock and Wrath just happens to prop up, be prepared to start back quaking. So, I mean, you're already charging the heavy anyway. Just be ready to do the dex afterwards when he recovers from his stun. So he has a big health pool. So I want to shorten the fight by boosting a little bit. Like I said, these boosts are just like candy once again. Like I said, it's at this point, be crazy not to boost. Because at first I was kind of against boosting because obviously resources were more limited. And so, but with those new solo supreme crystals, those are like game changers because they're so easy to get. I mean, you can do like the 22-hour events. I can regularly get those done, whether I'm just doing quests or arena's probably when I'm less likely to get done. But hero use, level up can be tough if you don't have anybody to rank up. But usually I always have like a 3-star I can take to rank 4 because I still have about a handful of those, and plus I got plenty of 4-stars at rank 1 that I can eventually send to rank 2. So I'm gonna rank up all my 3-stars to rank 4 first, and then rank my 4-stars to rank 2, and go from there to rank 3. All those use T3 basic, and I can auto fight for those on a daily basis while I'm at work. So level up, I can always do that. And of course, every once in a while, I'll get a new champ where I can just use that easily, or rank up champ. But this fight here is going pretty well. He's in Wrath again. Like I said, usually the last 30-40%, it's very tough if you're hitting him, if you don't have a reliable heal blocker. But Quake, I'm not hitting him, so don't have to worry about that extra heal factor. So there's that fight. And that's the last Quake fight of the war. Yay. So that's 8 Quake fights for those who lost count. All right. So we had that one death that we learned from. So now we're waiting for the teammate to come. They're going to apply the White Magneto pre-fight. It does nothing from a stun aspect, but 15% attack. Nothing wrong with having extra attack, because you get 3 fights to use this per war. And I think she used it for one of her fights, her own path. And was going to save the other one for the boss, because I told her I didn't really need it for the Stealth Suit Spider fight, because some opponents on that brute force node are pretty difficult to fight without brute force or limber, but Stealth Suit Spider is not one of them. So here we go. Sorcerer. First sorcerer fight of the war. Now, you guys see me die in this fight before. You've seen me have a dramatic 1% finish. So hopefully this fight has no drama. That is just pretty straightforward. I don't get hit. So the only thing you really have to focus on is reverb. So we go ahead and throw there in that blessing or rune in order to apply that armor break. And I'm just trying to get him to throw his SP2 there, and we have to do it very carefully because sometimes he'll throw you off guard when he dashes at you. You're more guaranteed to have him dash if you just stand far from the screen and idle, like don't hold block at all, and he'll just throw the SP2 more times than not. Same thing with Venom. It's like certain opponents you can just stand far away from the screen and just idle, and they'll just throw their special. And Killmonger, one of them. Projectile people like Iron Man, Ultron. Iceman less likely to do it for some reason. You have to be closer to him. But Cyclops. So there are some that'll just throw their specials from a distance if you just idle. Venom, Sabretooth. Those are some others that just kind of throw it. So we're trying our best not to parry him by mistake. So it looks like I'm parrying, but I'm holding block immediately after I finish the combo. That means I don't get the parry. So now we're going to throw our SP3 in the armor break phase. So pretty much every special I apply for the rest of the fight is going to reapply an armor break. So if I wanted to heal myself, I can go ahead and throw a special with that armor phase up so I can heal, but also reapply the armor break guaranteed. All right, so that's what I did there. So now we're healing. All right, we're gonna idle, stay far away from the screen. There we go, there we go. Throw the SB2. Thank you very much. And of course we mix in some dash back light counters, kind of like that Annihilus fight, because Killmonger has that dashing medium that kind of comes at you too. But since I got that regeneration on the block active, I don't really partake in it as much. All right, so we just block that because we got that regeneration on block once again. Block that once again to do the same thing. And we was hoping that put the 2 bars of power, but the slow power gain didn't quite get there. Dash back light counter. All right, we're just gonna idle. There we go. And he throws the SP2. Got a little bit of reverb. Gonna go ahead and reapply the armor break right there. I do have a Mystic Power Boost. You barely see it move, but I was just trying to get to the SP2 back as soon as possible in some cases. But one more special or one more combo should do it. Dash back. I dashed back too soon, so I didn't bother the light counter that time. I would have got punished. So that's that fight. Much clearer, much less dramatic. So now we got a stealth suit spider. So we're just gonna use Sorcerer once again. We'll tack on the combat regeneration boost and 1 potion. Probably didn't really need it, but better safe than sorry. They need to replenish these. I think it's been like a whole week and they have not given us any boost. No power start boost, no invulnerability boost, they're being very stingy. So I guess when the off season starts, they'll give us a lot, or maybe this weekend they'll give us some to finish out the season. But here we go. All right, Stealth Suit Spider. So the thing about Stealth Suit Spider, he's not really that difficult on this node because he only evades that one time, and he'll reapply it when he throws his SP1 or when that cooldown expires, but it takes such a while. So with Sorcerer, I can easily get to the point where I can just apply a slow debuff and effectively don't have to worry about evade the rest of the fight. So, and plus he's another one of those dash back light counter folks. And of course, at this point, so I'm just gonna parry. Just that one time. I think I parried one more time throughout this fight. So at this point, this is where the Mystic Power Boost is actually helping, because he's more of a wet noodle when it comes to attack. I mean, not attack, but health. So I'm getting closer to like 2 bars of power sooner But we'll just keep reapplying that slow debuff so he's not evading, as you see there. Throw the SB2 once again. And rinse and repeat. So like I said, really not much of this fight. Like I said, I could have saved those boosts, but again, better safe than sorry. All right, so now this will be the debut of a Worf boss fight that I've been looking forward to based off some of the other videos when she played cleanup. Now we're gonna see if we can just one-shot thing. Now this is not a rank 3 thing, so I figured this is a good test to see how she would do against a rank 3 thing. And I believe it's possible if I do certain things different than what I do in this fight. So spoiler alert, I do get the one shot, but it's pretty very methodical. Like I said, it'll be some things I could have done different. Obviously, I could have applied bigger boosts for one, but I do a 30% boost. But only bigger boost I can really put is a 15%. Maybe a Mystic boost, but her specials don't really hit that hard. The SP3 does. We have a bunch of Mystic charges, but and that's really the key to this fight is build the Mystic charges, throw the SP3, win the game. But if you have to heal, throw a SP2. So I kind of tried to play too perfect, so that's why this fight took a while. But early on, I'm controlling his rock stats with her second mediums, and I mistimed the number of hits that it took with SB2 to get him at exactly 15 stacks. But it's better to be one short than one over, that's for sure. But it's 8 hits, so I have to do it when he has 7 rock stacks. So now I'm already at 20 charges, so I'm not going to throw another SB2 to try to heal myself because it's really, I'm not in trouble. I want to get rid of these Mystic charges. I can't gain them anymore. So only way I get rid of them is by throwing the SP3. And plus, at this rate, we're not going to finish the boss. But I decided to throw an SP2 anyway. So that was an area and opportunity where I should have thrown the SP3. Start back over with the Mystic charges, because you can build them up pretty quickly against Thing by trying to bleed him or just by trying to parry him. If you try to parry him, you're going to gain a Mystic charge because he's immune to stun. Anytime you try to apply a debuff that the opponent is immune to, she gains a Mystic charge. So now we change it up. Now we go to the Incinerate mode to see if I can do it this way. But now I mismanaged the rock stats, so that cost me time. But again, if I would have did that earlier suggestion from the beginning, this will make the difference between being able to one-shot a rank 3 thing or timing out. Because health isn't an issue, as you see here. But that SP2 does some damage, but I'm still concerned about the timing. So, and I probably shouldn't apply those Incinerates. I'm better off being in bleed mode, because those Incinerates are actually healing him, because they don't really tick for a lot of damage. So he's actually gaining health from willpower. So I changed back to the bleed modes. That way I don't have to worry about applying any more debuffs that he can freely heal from. So we're more than halfway through the fight, but we're not halfway through his health. So that's the reason why I said, okay, I probably should have did this at the beginning. Use the SB2 to heal if I need to. But we need to try to chunk him down. So that was 10% touch there. Overall, that took like 15%. Does trigger his natural protection, but not the protect node itself. So we got a nice intercept there. So now we realize what we need to do. Just keep building up those Mystic charges. Throw the SB3 with the 20 Mystic charges, and manage the rock stats in between. But we did it at 17 this time, which is still fine. We got him at 27% health to start, but now we got him down to 15, so 12%. SP3. But it's like, again, I can build up the Mystic Charges pretty quickly. At this point, we made up for a lot of lost time there. So if I want to solo or rank 3 thing, I would need to build the Mystic Charges in the bleed mode while also containing the rock stats. Heal if necessary, but the main thing is just throwing the SP3 over and over again. And probably a power boost just to kind of get to it sooner. And power boost, they come pretty quick. They come around a lot, so that's not a big deal. So that's that fight. Nice one shot with Claire. So overall, we had a little shaky start, but we finished strong. And as an alliance group, we had 3 deaths. That's it out of 50 fights. Over in our battle group, that is. Alliance war wise, it's still kind of tight, but as it went along, they still had quite a bit to go in RBG individually. So 13 is the deaths we had, but we ended up 41 kills. That was just massive overkill. And check out all these team KOs. I mean, it was crazy. Like, I was just feeling so nice and just sadistic how many kills we were getting on defense. I literally was doing this to the opponent. Yep, there's the evil laugh there. But we won this war, so 2 more to go, guys. Let's do it. Please like, share, subscribe, and enjoy your day.